The Fantastic Footprints. On a snowy day in London town, two friends, Pip and Alfie, saw the strangest sight. Footprints, fresh in the mud. But wait, where were the feet? Pitter-patter, splish-splosh. More and more footprints appeared, dancing down the street. "Let's follow them," shouted Pip. They giggled and chased the mystery feet until, poof, they vanished into thin air. Where did the feet go? They belonged to Professor Gogo, a super-smart scientist who had invented a way to be invisible. But, oh dear, being invisible meant no clothes, and London in winter is brilliantly cold. "I need to get warm," chattered the professor. He spotted a giant, wonderful store, full of cozy things. Whoosh! The invisible professor zipped right inside as the doors were closing for the night. Inside, it was a paradise of warm clothes. He put on fuzzy socks, a big coat, and a silly hat. Ta-da! Professor Gogo was visible again. Then he found the kitchen. "Time for a midnight snack," he declared with a grin. With a full tummy, Professor Gogo felt very sleepy. He found the coziest spot in the whole store, a giant pile of soft, fluffy quilts. "Ziz," he snored, dreaming of invisible adventures. But oh no, the morning came, and the shop workers arrived. "Someone's here," they cried. Quick as a flash, Professor Gogo threw off his hat, his coat, and his socks. Poof! He was invisible and running away. "Phew, that was close," he puffed, shivering in the cold again. Big cities are too busy for an invisible man. He found the perfect place for a new look, a wacky costume shop. He tiptoed inside and created the best disguise ever. Bandages around his head, a big funny nose, dark glasses, and a giant hat. "Now no one will know it's me," he chuckled, borrowing some coins from the counter for his travels. Professor Gogo took a train to the quiet little village of Iping. He found a cozy inn called the Comfy Chair. A cheerful lady named Mrs. Bumble greeted him. "My, what an interesting guest," she said with a warm smile. Professor Gogo wanted to be left alone to work on his secret science experiments. He kept his door locked tight. This made Mrs. Bumble very, very curious. What could he be doing in there? She wondered to herself. One morning the inn was filled with magical mischief. Mrs. Bumble peeked into the professor's room and saw a hat float off the bedpost. Then a chair started to dance all by itself. "Eek!" she shrieked. "My furniture is alive." The dancing chair pushed a terrified Mrs. Bumble out of the room. The whole village was buzzing with the news. "It must be magic," they whispered. They called for the bravest man they knew, Officer Bobble. Officer Bobble marched up to the mysterious guest. "What's all this about dancing chairs?" he demanded. Professor Gogo got very grumpy. "You want to see who I am? Fine. I'll show you." He pulled off his fake nose. He threw off his glasses. He tossed away his hat. Soon, he was a floating coat and trousers. Then, poof, he was completely invisible again. He tickled Officer Bobble and zoomed out the door, a whirlwind of giggles and mischief, running off to his next invisible adventure.